Hello, Steve White, Trick 89 for Steve Hats 89. Well, I'm going to try and do a positive review of this episode. Now, the most positive thing about this episode for me was it only went for 38 minutes. Now, the first part of the episode is basically American Werewolf in London, where the Borg Queen is haunting Jurate. And Picard and everyone are watching Renee. And at some point, Dr. Soong shows up, who's been alerted to Picard by Q, and he sets the security on him. But he somehow manages to avoid this. I think, if I remember correctly, Jurate gives Borg Queen more control, so that she can help her get them first through security and then to turn all the power off to help Picard escape capture. And somehow she manages to coordinate a musical number for everyone, even though she had no contact with the band. They somehow know what to play. It makes no sense, but she sings a musical number, and the whole point of that apparently was because the Borg Queen wasn't happy with the stress hormones, because they were apparently blocking her from finishing assimilating her. So once she got some adrenaline from the singing, she was able to assimilate her, and she finally possesses her fully. So she wanders off into the night with her shoes off, and Picard talks to Renee, and I've already done this review before, so I'm not sure I hope I'm not repeating anything I've already just said. I might have said it before. He sits down and talks to her and explains to her why she has to do it. That she says she's afraid, and she thinks fear is basically an alarm telling you that you're not ready. And he's like, no, fear is just fear. Don't read into it. You're smart, which means you're smart enough to be aware of all the problems and risks, and anxiety is something often intelligent people have to deal with. So just focus on the positive, focus on the light, and you'll be fine. So he convinces her that she can do this, to be an astronaut. And then he escorts her to the party where she's introduced as an astronaut, and then he escorts her to where she has to go into quarantine for the actual mission. And during this little conversation when they're walking out, Dr. Soong decides to run her over. Well, of course, Picard pushes her out of the way and takes the hit. Although, aside from blood coming out of his mouth when they get to him on the ground, he has no injuries except his heart is fluttering. So, Rios's favourite doctor, because they've taken him to her clinic, gives him a shock. It puts his heart back in rhythm. But there's some electric feedback, because even though he's a synthetic human, apparently they're acting like he's an android. So she is like, I don't understand. Rios is like, don't worry, we're the good guys. She's like, yeah, the good guys never have to say that. The Watcher decides that she's going to have to go into Picard's mind using her powers, because he's trapped in some sort of nightmarish world. And they show memories of him and his mother. They even show like a demon. So he's basically stuck in his own mental sort of prison for some reason. And it seems to have no physical injuries. And like I think I said, I've been hit by a car. You don't walk away from that with no injuries. So it doesn't make any sense he has no injuries. A lot of things about this episode don't make any sense to me. And then Dr. Soong goes home and he's a mess because he just tried to kill someone. And I guess being a scientist, creating life and things, that's really not your sort of goal in life, is to end life. You're trying to create and save life. So he was a bit traumatized by himself. And then his daughter finally gets a clue and does some research and works out that, she's a genetic experiment, one of many, and all the others died and she's the last one, and he's trying to keep her alive. So I think that's the whole episode. Yes, it's pretty simple. Not a lot happened. I didn't particularly enjoy it. I'm trying to do a positive review, because if you've seen my reviews, you already know what I think of the series as a whole and last season. So yeah, don't need to repeat that every review. But it just was just an excuse for the people who make this show, who seem to hate Star Trek, just to get as far away from Star Trek as they possibly could. The whole episode was just like a regular drama, all set on location with normal people in normal clothes, with exception to the Borg Queen, who was sniping like Karen from Will and Grace for the whole episode. Aside from her being present in Jurate's mind and in some of the shots, there's really nothing Star Trek about this. It was just like a regular drama, just shot on location with actors in regular costume, and there was nothing Star Trek about it, which seems to be what they want. That you had to invest absolutely no imagination into this episode to watch it. Yep. So very disappointing. Knew this is where the series was going. Knew we'd have some episodes like this. Wasn't looking forward to it. Managed to procrastinate for about 5 hours before watching this, and this is the best I can do to do a positive review about it. I'm trying to be nice, but I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think of this episode and the season as a whole and the series as a whole. It's nice that they're going to have the TNG cast at some point in the third season, but I think that's just a bit of a cameo just to try and get some, goodwill. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to go. Bye.